Lockdown is easing, so why are disabled people feeling more locked down than ever before? Hello people, I hope you're all keeping well, keeping safe and keeping your distance. My name is Ben Andrews, I'm an expert in inclusion for disabled people and this channel is dedicated to just that. If you're into this type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. In this video we're going to be exploring the impact of lockdown easing and accompanying guidance on disabled people. So with that being said, let's get into it. Recently, the Office for National Statistics released research concluding disabled people are becoming more concerned about their mental health and experiencing feelings of loneliness as time goes on. Whereas among non-disabled adults, these concerns remain stable. What this means is that non-disabled people are adjusting to lockdown and lockdown easing, whereas for disabled people, this is only creating more concern and worry. And is this really any surprise? Lockdown easing means people are allowed out for longer periods, but the implementation of guidance, safety precautions and social distancing measures are only serving to keep disabled people locked down. We've put in place temporary infrastructure, which is making it an absolute nightmare for people with physical and visual impairments to navigate. Everyone's wearing opaque masks, which means people who rely on lip reading are now unable to communicate. And social distancing guidance stipulates that we're to keep 2 metres apart, but how someone with visual impairment to know if they're at an adequate distance to keep themselves and others safe if all they've got to rely on are visual wall and floor markings? This is already causing conflict and tension in communities. And as ever for things that make life more difficult for disabled people, a lot of this is unnecessary. There's tons of inclusive design guidance out there for infrastructure design and planning teams to help them make streets and places more accessible. It's just a case of using the same inclusive design principles and applying them to a different set of circumstances. For example, ensure all signs are attached to existing infrastructure to reduce the amount of additional obstacles. Ensure there's adequate space for wheelchairs and buggies to manoeuvre, and provide accessible information on what changes have been made to help people better understand, plan and prepare for their journeys. Wear transparent masks, which makes communication much easier for everyone. They're less intimidating and much more hygienic. And for people implementing social distancing measures, make sure floor markings are tactile, slightly raised, they are a contrasting colour to the floor, and where possible have designated social distancing spaces and measures for people who might find it more difficult to social distance. And for me, a lot of this should have been said at the top before any of this is implemented. Who's shouting for 22% of the population before these things are put in place? Let's not blame lockdown for a deterioration in mental health and feelings of loneliness for disabled people, when if truth be told, it's been physically built into our communities. That's it for this video. I hope you all found it of some interest. If so, please do like, share and comment below. I'd love to hear your experience of the lockdown guidance easing, any positives, any negatives and what you'd like to see change. And on that, I hope you all keep well, keep safe, keep your distance where possible, and until next time, take care.